What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Shopper channel, coming to you with a Christmas edition of Ladies, Leans, Likes, and Locks NBA. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video, goes a long way for you. That way you become a prize whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. My friends, I am in the great state of South Dakota here. Gonna go drive across to Iowa, go make a little selections, if you will, play some games of perchance, and hey, fire up all the bets that I'm about to talk about here. What a time to be alive. It's Christmas. It's the 5-game NBA slate, probably my favorite NBA slate of the entire year. You need to check out From Family for 5 minutes on your phone while you go to the bathroom? Sounds great. You've got NBA on. You want to just space out because the kids are screaming, yelling, crying? I don't have kids, but I can imagine. You can watch basketball. There is basketball from morning till night. It is incredible stuff. I'm here to break it down for you, and I do have a play from every single game, so I have you covered in that regard. Wasn't on purpose, didn't see it coming, but hey, between Odd Shopper identifying a couple of plays here on the card, one specifically, and then a couple of these plays that I just have, I think we're going to see a Christmas bump similar to what we had for the early season tournament in terms of minutes, in terms of usage, and I'm focusing in on 2 stars for sure that I think can do that for us in triple-double and double-double type prop lines. We'll talk about all the ins and outs of that, but first, smash the like button. Hey, it's Christmas after all. I have to ask for something. Just give me that. I don't need presents under a tree. Be really creepy if you gave me that. Producer Jacob's here. He's excited. He's ready for Christmas here. I think we might... We're kind of in sync on a couple of these things. I think this is good. When Juju is good between Jacob and I talking pre-show about the plays, and I don't get the, I don't know about that. It's usually a good thing, friends. So I'm ready to rock. A little redemption for Friday, which was ugly 1-4. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about good things. It's Christmas. I'm smiling. I should probably start the show. Producer Jacob, let's get to the picks. We begin our day oh so merrily in Madison Square Garden. Hey, I was just there last month. That was fun. That was fun. It's a good place. I wish I lived in New York sometimes. It's not warm, though. That's a problem. Milwaukee -3.5 taking on the Knicks here. 241 total, which caught me a little bit by surprise right from the get-go because, well, you don't think of the Knicks as a team that carry 240 totals ever. First of all, the 97.4 possessions for 48 minutes. That's 28th in the NBA. There's only 30 teams in the NBA, so there's that. And then defensively, they don't have Mitchell Robinson down low here. He sounds like he's going to be out for the year. Hope he is okay because he's fun to watch on the defensive end, even though offensively never really had the skill set. Not that Isaiah Hartenstein playing minutes out there has that skill set either, so there's that. Just a bummer. It's a bummer. But anyway, the main reason that you're looking at a 241 total here, my friends, is because Milwaukee has a couple of things that are just at breakneck pace. First off, teams are shooting ridiculously well from the outside from three-point range up against Milwaukee, and they're 4th themselves knocking down three-pointers on the season, 38.3%. And hey, I was able to do a little bit of a deep dive there in the Dallas airport. I don't recommend it. It should be better. Dallas, you have to have a better airport than whatever that was. But hey, it gave me a nice 6-7 hours to be able to study NBA and NFL stuff, and well, kind of looked into some of these pace metrics because my totals, similar to MLB, they have not been profitable to this point in the season. And I want to fix that now. Being down 4.5 units there in totals on the year. Again, just being honest, it's not pretty, but still positive here. 13 units here on the season, which isn't much. We have lots of room for improvement. And if you're missing my show here or there, hopefully you missed it Friday. We'll put it that way. But I'm looking at things here as a massive step for improvement, just updating some stuff in my model and just focusing more on the Odd Shopper tools and content to go way up there on some of these unders. We'll get to that one here next. But I am looking at Milwaukee just going absolutely berserk here in the Garden. I don't even know about the 3.5 being necessary when you're talking about -166. Plus, there's a money line coming up later that's another favorite that I think couples very nicely. If you're looking for a little Christmas cheer, I'm not the big parlay guy. Obviously, you're reducing your payouts over a long amount of time. But for today, I totally understand if you want to just have one sweat here early on the Milwaukee side and then pair it with something later in the day. You'll know what it is. It's the only other money line here on the card. Milwaukee money line here behind Giannis in the Garden. Are you kidding me? Sounds lovely. And the Knicks still searching for that identity here. Jericho Sims going to be out. Mitchell Robinson going to be out. Hartenstein going to have to play lots of minutes. And Taj Gibson, what a time to be alive. Joe Flacco's playing good, and he's 100 years old. Taj Gibson, maybe he can play good at 100 years old, too. Probably not. Milwaukee money line, easy add to the card. Odd shopper special coming at you here in this one. We have the Golden State Warriors plus 6.5 going into Denver, 233.5 total. And Golden State 14-15 against the spread, which is pretty wild because I feel like they're a publicly backed team just historically in the last couple of years. And for the numbers to kind of show out efficient here on it, I'm not really, I mean, in a perfect world, everything projects out 50% over the time and you get in when its numbers low. No, that's not true. We don't want that at all. We don't want the 50% numbers. We want to be above that threshold here. And, well, it's tough to look at this game and have any kind of a lean outside of, like, I'm not betting the spread. That's what I'm getting at. That was a long-winded way of saying I'm not going to bet the spread. We're looking at the prop market here for this one. Obviously, no injury news. No injury news on the front here outside of Andrew Wiggins in the entire basketball game. We know Draymond Green continued to be suspended. We know Gary Payton, he's going to be doubtful here for probably another week before he makes his return. But Andrew Wiggins, he's only been playing around 24, 26 minutes a game here off of the bench lately as they've moved Podziemski there into the starting unit. But I want to focus in on Jonathan Kuminga here. And yes, Jokic, he's not one of those studs that I was actually talking about from a triple-doubles aspect. Some of these numbers, when you start talking about minus money here for anything, I mean, no, thank you. He's probably going to do it here and be the guy who ends up coming out and trolling us in this regard. But two other players that I'm actually focused in on the double-double, triple-double prop situations. But in this one, odd shopper, you simply use a market-based approach. And what happens is that there's a 19.5 PRA sitting there at a sharp book, inflated north of minus 125. It's sitting at 20.5 to take the under there on that last spot. And they just got done playing Washington, and it was by far the best outing that you've seen from Kuminga this season. And I'm not going to read too much into that one. He played 30 minutes. He missed 2 threes, but I mean, it was Washington. Then they played Portland. He didn't play nearly as well there. 11, 6, and 5. He still went over this number. But friends, if Wiggins returns, it's going to put a cap on his minutes. Over the course of the season, he only averages 21.4, and he will continue to start. I can't imagine a scenario where Steve Kerr wants to pivot back to Andrew Wiggins for how bad he's been. But those 24 minutes come directly out of Kuminga here, and they have 20.5 posted for the PRA. Now, there is a tiny bit of risk involved because, odd shopper, when you're talking about a market-based approach, you're not getting the context only of injury situations. That's something that has to be on your radar when you take into effect some of these unders, and there's a lot of unders at the top of odd shopper per usual, like there are in most sports because people like to bet overs. So let's just bet the things that make more money. This one is really good. I think Andrew Wiggins, considering it's been an illness for a week, I think he comes back here in this spot. And that makes 20.5 a gigantic number for a guy where if you change his baseline numbers to 24, this is a stout Denver team. Obviously, defensively, that is something that they're going to do above average, especially above average of Portland and Washington, the last 2 outings that Kuminga's had here. Played 34 minutes against Boston. I'm not reading into that here either. If you change that baseline closer to 24, 25 minutes, he averages 12.5, 4, and 1.5 here on the season. That's not getting you there. It's just not. On the road in Denver, give me the under for 20.5 PRA for Jonathan Kuminga. Long-winded way of saying, Merry Christmas, please, Kuminga. Don't do this to us. It's a really good bet. Speaking of odd shopper, just talked about it a second ago, trying to identify some of the best bets at the top of the positive EV board, and I'm lucky. I'm going to be heading over to Iowa, where they have bet 365. I'm going to be happier than a clam. I don't understand that saying, but I do understand this. 33.3% off is a great deal. That makes it less than $10 to try out odd shopper for a week. It makes it less than $33.33 to try out odd shopper for a month. That is an incredible deal. All you do is go to the link below, sign up using promo code GIFT, but that's not all, friends. You also will get the premium Discord to jump in, get my exact betting card, exactly what I'm firing up throughout the day tomorrow, just by signing up here today at that link below. Again, promo code GIFT, 33.3% off your first week or first month of Odd Shopper Premium. Come kick it. It's warm. The water's warm there. That's really all I have. Producer Jacob, back to the picks we go. It's a really creepy bear. My high school girlfriend gave that to me. I should probably get rid of that. It's a creepy bear. How about the Duke basketball, though, signed by the entire national championship team back in, what had been, 2003? 2003. Yeah, I think it was 2003. I got to bring that one back to the homestead. That's for sure. That's fire. Production quality. And there's just other shit. Anyway, Boston -3 going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't know what to make of this spot. I think it's a pretty efficient number. I don't think you can touch really anything here. It's going to be an exciting game here between the Blue Bloods of the NBA. You talk about the best team out of the Western Conference, best team out of the Eastern Conference historically. I think these are the two teams you pick, and that's going to make for a lot of freaking fun. Now, obviously, you're getting Jason Tatum back into the fray. That is an important thing for them to have there. The ankle issue kept him out for all of one game. It didn't matter. As I was doing a deep dive on Boston there in the Dallas airport, I repeat, don't end up in the Dallas airport. Second reminder there of it. You have to, friends. You have to. Look how good Derek White has been this entire season. Derek White has been out of control good, but the best player in terms of EPM out of every Boston Celtics starter by more than 1.5 points. That is an outrageous number when you consider Jaylen Brown, when you consider Jason Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis, and Drew Holiday. I mean, it's wild because adding Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis has been important to them, but Derek White has been out of control. He is top 10 in estimated win share. He is out of freaking control, and I didn't even really realize how good he's been. I mean, I watched the games, and he does a lot of important things, but you don't get the flash of a Tatum. You don't get the volume of a Brown. You don't get the volume of either of them, really. And Kristaps Porzingis, he's the one guy you got to be on high alert here if you're looking to back them. He's the only piece of questionable status on the entire game that I'm worried about. Luke Cornett, Svi Mikhailuk, nobody cares. Just nobody cares. You know who I think is going to really care about Christmas and just gets older and older in his 21st NBA season? LeBron James. LeBron James, my friends, in this spot is -135 to double-double. Now, which category do you think I could possibly be dipping my toes into here and find out to be the double categorical? I don't know. What do I think he's a favorite for, considering he averages 26, 8, and 7 on the season? Well, I think the rebounds are the most likely scenario, but his assist rate has been out of control here, and they've been playing Austin Reeves more and more minutes alongside LeBron James in some of these situations. And normally you would think, oh, that would cut into the assist rate somehow, but Austin Reeves is knocking down shots right now. He was down at 30% at the beginning of the season, up to 35.4% now from three and 48% from the field. Now, that's not ideal. That's not what you want from the guy that you just gave a massive contract to, but it is at least improved. And it's showing up now, even in the minutes, as they have gotten completely healthy. They're playing him and closing him in a lot of these situations, as opposed to Reddish, who is playing 36 minutes a game. Thank God that limitation has come down a little bit. Jared Vanderbilt can swing into that into that starting unit, plays about those 24-ish minutes, just splitting time power forward there with Rui Hachimura. But lots of configurations here of this lineup where I think LeBron James on Christmas plays 36, 38 minutes in a competitive spot. And obviously with a 3-point spread here, this is an extremely competitive spot. I really think you're kind of getting two cracks at it with the double-double here for LeBron James, both in rebounds and assists with that assist rate on the climb. Think you want to be betting the double-double for a little bit. And then I'm not against the triple-double. Went on a long look at this. When we're talking plus 600 compared to the double-double being -135, kind of want to take a quarter unit sprinkle there. I think you can come join me on that. Hey, you got a little extra holiday cash? I know a lot of people give out. Anybody else get scratchers in their stockings for Christmas? That's a thing, right? Right? Just me? Cool. Now you see why I have my job. But anyway, LeBron double-double, LeBron triple-double. Think you want to like the double-double, and the triple-double can come along for the ride if you're feeling frisky. I think it's going to be on my card, though. What a bummer for Christmas, for this slate in general, not to have the guy who I feel would be the MVP if the season ended today. Thank God it doesn't end today. I don't know what I would do with my days until MLB gets back, of course. But then golf starts next month, and I'll be busy with that. Oh, and NFL is still going. I will always have time for things, but NBA is still my baby. It's the thing I've been the most profitable on, even though I'm not very impressed by my results thus far this season. Again, 13 units sounds nifty, whatever else, but over the course of 2.5 months, we got to do better. I got to be better. I got to do better. And that starts here, just identifying chalk spots like this. But what a bummer for this slate when you don't have Joel Embiid playing basketball on Monday. He will be absent of this game, and, well, that really changes the complexion of the 76ers. We all watched that New Orleans game, did we not? Where he got the surprise scratch, and we were over and locked in Tobias Harris 15.5 points. It closes at 21.5, and you know what happens? He didn't hit it. You know what he did last game? He hit that points prop. It was the dumbest game of Tobias Harris's tenure here with Philadelphia, and I don't think it's remotely close. Did anybody watch it? I did. 5 for 9 from 3, 12 for 23 from the floor, 33, 8, and 7. 33, 8-7, playing alongside Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. Now, he will have to do a ton for this team. And then from a DFS perspective, the Paul Reed, Robert Covington, Marcus Morris, and yes, lots of pieces that could end up being, guys that they go to in small ball iterations and lineups. But what it comes down to is Bam Adebayo. He will be playing basketball. We have Jimmy Butler questionable, but Bam Adebayo should be able to do whatever and whenever he wants. That's a weird way of phrasing. We definitely can find Bam Adebayo to destroy and disintegrate this Philadelphia front court. Paul Reed, not a good defender. Robert Covington, probably their best chance, even though he is way too small against the likes of a Bam Adebayo. I know that it's the year 2023 positionless basketball, but Bam Adebayo, good Lord, do I like him for tomorrow's slate. Looking at some of his props, though, I think we're going to be waiting until we get all of them here, until the Jimmy Butler news drops, and that just kind of is what it is. But this we can drop right now. -142. I said, you want a nice pairing with the Milwaukee money line? Here it is. I'm going to have a ticket as such, too, because, you got to do what you're going to preach and what you talk about, even though betting them individually, probably the more astute way to go about it here. But I'm going for the double here. Miami money line. I like it. You should like it here. Philadelphia. Tyrese Maxey's going to have to do a lot. His points props up to 30.5. I'm thinking about shorting that too. Surely that will go well. This will go well no matter what, though, friends. BetMGM. If you have legal sports betting in your state, you probably have access to BetMGM. Now, you probably already have signed up for DraftKings, FanDuel, Caesars. Hey, talked about Bet365. We love them. We love all of the sports books here at OddsShopper because it allows you to shop for the best odds, allows you to get the best odds on every play, every single day. Why not sign up for BetMGM here and get yourselves a little bit of a Christmas bonus here, if you will. $1,500 in bonus bets coming your way. You can claim up to that amount there in the bonus bets when you sign up at the link below. And then you'll also get 2 months of OddsShopper tools and Discord access. Everything I talked about earlier there for OddsShopper, all for the price of free $99. And that's the best $99, my friends. 2 free months, $100 value coming your way when you sign up at BetMGM at the link below. Only if you're 21 and over. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Back to the pick. Well, one pick to go. It's a lock. Friends, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, even though I'm going to be talking to you a lot before then because, hey, no days off. No days off. Yeah. Bill Belichick, he's a good coach. Yeah, that's going well for him now. Maybe give some people some days off. That's an idea. Anyway, producer Jacob, this is a fun one. I think this is the one that I want to be firing up first and foremost when I get over to Iowa, and that is Dallas +5 going up against Phoenix. I don't have a play on the game there individually. This total looks also perfectly efficient, 235 here. This is a Mavericks team that's starting to play up in pace, top 10 now in pace this season. Think about how many days of yore they were like bottom in terms of pace in the entire NBA, but now you're seeing them defensive play length as well going up against them, 6th. They're allowing teams to shoot really, really quickly on them, which Phoenix, we know that they like to be more lethargic and slow it down in the half court. And defensive strength of schedule, they've played absolutely nobody so far this season. So things are going to get worse before they get better here for the Phoenix Suns, even though we locked them and things didn't go well there on Friday. But you know what? One bet does not a man make. Multiple bets over a long period of time does a man make. We want to be making those. We want to be making us some money here in this spot, and I definitely don't want to be going too crazy here on the Phoenix side of things. This is going to be a messy, murky situation. I do think Drew Eubanks, going to be out there in that starting unit, going to continue to play 5 there, considering Nurkic is already announced as out. And then Derek Lively is questionable for this one with the left ankle sprain. I think he plays, and I think that's a big piece of why I want to be here. I am very, very interested in this spot. Derek Lively, friends, could really inflate the assist rate here of one Luka Doncic. It's just easy buckets. All of his buckets coming at the rim here. And when you watch Dwight Powell play, it makes me inflict pain and sadness in my soul. He's a little bit of a Scrooge here on Christmas. So I would like to not see Dwight Powell have to play any kind of considerable minutes here. Would love to see Derek Lively back into the mix here. But again, he's missed the last couple, hasn't played now in a week. But considering it was an ankle sprain, I think he should be good to go. It wasn't a high ankle sprain from my understanding of it. So that'd be a great guy to have there. But regardless, still waiting on Kyrie Irving here. He is the piece of news you also need to pay attention to, although I don't think he ends up playing basketball here in this spot. He's not officially on the injury report here. They estimated his return after Christmas before, but this is all Luka. This is Luka on Christmas special, and I can't believe plus 165 is sitting out there available at FanDuel Sportsbook right now. I know that we were able to get this at plus 400 right before he got bet way down inside of these plus 200 numbers, but I would argue if you're going to take a 2 or 3 minutes bump to the likes of LeBron and Luka and a lot of these studs the same way that we did for that in-season tournament, he projects out incredibly well to triple-double here in this spot because the assist rate has just been asinine. The rebound rate has been asinine. And every time I look at the Dallas Mavericks, I'm just surprised that they're not 41.9% assist percentage, 23.5% defensive rebound percentage. These are ridiculous numbers. And if he were playing 36 minutes a night here, 36 and a half he's averaging here on the season, 33, 8.5, 9. Those splits go up considerably without Kyrie Irving here on the floor this season. And he's played a lot of games where it hasn't been all that pretty there. And he ends up playing 36 on like the low end. He is live for 40, 42 minutes here in this spot. So we have to bet the triple-double. We have to lock the triple-double. I think Luka believes in Christmas. I think the newborn baby, the explosion that's been going on, it continues. We're riding narrative street into the sunset here, friends. Luka Doncic to triple-double. My favorite play of Christmas. Let's get the heck up out of here. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. So you know what to do. Go to that comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays that exist here on the board for Christmas Day. I'm ready to rock. I'm going to be in the premium Discord hanging out there throughout the day at random times, obviously spending some time with my family as well. But before the locks of the games, if you have questions, I have answers in that premium Discord. You can hit me up on Twitter/X at Eric Lindquist. Just my name. Simple to find me. I'll be kicking it there too. But it's really all I got for you. Happy holidays. I hope everybody has a safe, merry time with the ones that they love. Yeah, it's been a crazy holiday season for me for sure. So excited to watch a little sports. Excited to kick it. That's about all I got for you. Producer Jacob, thank you so much. Per usual, he is a gentleman and a scholar. Smash the like button for him for sure. Until next time, friends, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the NBA streets on Christmas Day.